Let's just do the whole thing. Let's just put the three. So, and then it does this. It goes C, D, E twice, and that's the verse. The song's only about a minute and a half long. A lot of changes for a minute and a half long. So let's now what I want you to do, let's just go through it. Let's just first of all we've got to bed this in. We don't have time to do too many repetitions, but what we do now is we've got to turn that description of changes into a feel, what it feels like. So we've got to go 2D, and we'll break it. You know when I said about learning a scale, you play the string word, then you find your new string word, which is thinking time, and then you visualise your string word before you play it, thinking time, and then you play the string word. You play it right. You don't think while you play, so you can hear it. This is the chord equivalent. We're going to spell it out so you can push your fingers around the fingerboard, but you've got to get to the point where the chords are changing so you can hear the changes. Yeah? So let's go. So it's D-A-E. So it's tick, tock, tock, tock. 2, 3, 4. Okay, just pause there, because just to make it. Now, in the verses it's 2, but it starts off. Okay, so the intro equals 2 of the 2 of those before you do it. So you do 2 of those as the intro, and then the verse starts with 2 of those. And we'll do that as well. Yeah, so let's go. So intro is tick, tock, tock, tock. Tock, tock, tock. Tock. Now again. Tick, tock, tock, tock. Now pause there. This is the way you teach yourself a song. You're thinking time. What's my next part? Load that in. So you got to get to a G. But it goes G 2 3 4 B7. So G tock 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 tock. And then immediately you have to have more thinking time to C D E, which is C D E. Twice. Yeah? Okay? So we'll do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do that a few times. And then I'm going to do something. We just have to do it a few times, a couple of times. I've just changed my mind 3 times in that little gap there. At least I can talk. So, let's go again. So, tick. So, 2 for the intro. Tick, tock, tock, tock. Tock, tock, tock. Okay, now pause. What I'm doing is I'm extending the thinking time. You've got to be, as you're approaching that second time through, you've got to go saying what's coming next in the song. Well, it's the same thing, but it's bolted together in the verse. It's bolted onto the next set of changes, but we'll break it at each set of changes. So go to the intro again. This is the way you learn the song properly. So tick, tock, tock, tock. Tock, tock, tock. Verse starts. Tick, tock, 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 tock. Slow down. Now, do you know the next section? GB7. So you've got to have that aware in your mind that it's coming up, and be ready to go to it as you're coming out of the DAE and the DAE. So what you would do is you would spell it yourself. You'd be going, okay, I'd practice the first section. I'll be practicing that a few times. Then I'd be ready to then think, okay, this time I'm going to go. I've got to know there that it's G, D, B7. So I've got to go G, B7. What's B7? I'm allowed to think about the changes while I'm learning them. And then you've got to go, as you're doing that, you're immediately into the section which is C, D, E. Which is C, D, E. Twice, C, D, E. You've got to keep talking your way through those. But what you do is, you've got to have each section of that learned separately. So, what you would do is, say for instance you thought, I'm clearing the decks, I've got no family obligations, no work to do, I've got a week to learn how to play POLYTHENE PAM for next week, and you've got what I've just given you. What you do is you go home, you practice DAE, 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 DAE over and over again. You don't have to play it fast, you've got to keep playing it till your fingers do it without thinking. So when you call for the D, A, E, your fingers just go D, A, E. Then you play G, B7 over and over again till your fingers will find it without moving. Because you're not thinking about this while you're playing it. You're thinking about this because you're playing that. You don't need to think about that if you're already playing it. You got to know when that's coming in. So then you got to practice C, D, E, C, D, E, C, D. You have to just keep doing it, and eventually your fingers will start doing it. But the problem is you don't want to do that at the exclusive, because if you do that until you're the Joe Bonamassa of C, D, E chord changes, right? You'll be fed up with the song. So you've got to keep going. What you can do though is once you've started that process and you're aware, you have to keep going back and just isolating that practice, isolate that practice, isolate. In between, you try and start constructing the song for the song arrangement by having big thinking gaps between the parts. So you go D, A, E twice, D, A, E, and then you go, okay, what am I doing? Spell it out for me. G, B7, run it through your head first, G, B7, and then what am I doing? You have to start, you can start assembling the arrangement while you're learning the segments. But to do that, you've got to have an idea of what the song is. So on top of all that, you've got to listen to the song as well. Outside of the guitar, and you probably agree that it's probably better to listen to it a few times, just listening rather than playing it. So we're going to push that process through. So we'll do the thinking time, but you decide what to think about. So tick tock intro, tick tock tock tock, tock tock tock. So verse starts, two of these. And now the chain. Now you can have a pause there. So it's G, B7 loaded in. G, B7, at least it's twice the length on each, and then load the next thing in, C, D, E. Think about it first and then do it. You can do it in your own time. So load in and go. Twice. Okay, we'll do it again. Not that I'm going to shorten the thinking time, but if you know the song, try not to sing it too. Try not to sing it. You might be thinking, I'll be asking you to sing it in about 10 minutes time, 5 minutes time maybe. But at this stage, imagine you don't know the song. I want you to get a sense, I want you to be able to move from this as being chord instructions to three contours. Now this one should be really familiar because it's the same as every song we've done this term. But these two, it's like you've got to get used to what that sounds like. So when you're practicing the changes, teaching your hand, and I was doing that fast, you don't want to do it fast. You want to go, and you want to use the ear equivalent of savouring a fine wine, because you can check how well you're playing the chord as well. But that's chord movement that doesn't. Does everybody agree that this that has a flavour, and it's a different flavour to this? Clear your palate, and it's got a different feel. You have to know what they have to mean something to you that embodies the quality of the way you feel that sound. Otherwise, it won't come back at you and you won't play it. So that's what you're trying to do now. So once more, a couple of more times, and then we'll go to the next stage. Tick, tock, tock, tock. Intro, and listen to the sound of the chords. Verse starts, same. Keep going. Look, as you're coming out of this, thinking G, B7, think where's your G? Slow it down a bit, B7, and then C, D, E, C, D, E, C, D, E. Okay, and then it goes again. That's the whole song.